friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How is life in your world? How's things where you are? Please let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. And today we're going to talk about a game, but not the one that I've been talking about all week. How about that? Today I got some really interesting news, and this news came to me through a very strange situation, which I'll detail next. But first I just want to tell you what the news is, and that is that my game Scallywags, which was published in 2012 by Gamewright Games, I own the rights to this game. They have discontinued the game, which means I get the rights back. So I own the rights to my game, which means I could seek another publisher or whatever. Now, I didn't know that I owned the rights because I basically have had no contact with them for years and years and years, and I just never bothered to look at the contract and see. Usually contracts will detail that. Now, I'm sure it does, but also because I don't think I could find another publisher for this game. It's a good game. I'm proud of it. I'm glad that it was printed. I have copies of it. You know, I chose the right publisher. I wanted Gamewright because they always make really cool components in games, and this game came with cool coins and a nice box insert and a wonderful deck of cards with really fun artwork. So I was really excited that they picked up the game, but I'm also really excited that I now own the rights back. And now let me tell you the story of how this happened. I had a person reach out to me on Instagram, and in some very broken English, this person said to me, I work for a board game publisher in Iran, and we want to publish Scallywags. His next statement to me was that there are no copyright laws in Iran, but they still want my permission. They want my grace to go ahead and publish the game. And I told them I don't own the rights to that game. You're going to have to contact Gamewright. They would handle all of that sort of stuff. And he said, can you do that for me, because I don't speak English, which was, you know, pretty true. And I said, I can try, but let me see what happens. And then he started asking if I had the files for the game so that they could just print this and change the text to I don't know what you speak in Iran. I'm sorry, but it was this very weird situation, and so I put them in contact with Gamewright, with the contact that I had at Gamewright, and he got in touch with me and said, we don't have the rights to this game, that you can work out a contract with them. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize I didn't have the rights. So long story short, this person from Iran just keeps messaging me. He's followed me on all the social media platforms I'm on. He's like, I really want to print this game. Can we please get the rights to this game? And, you know, he wants the files because they want to print it. I don't have these files. Like, if you want to buy new artwork for yourself in Iran, and I'll give you permission to print the game, I don't care. Just send me some, you know, that's it. But who knows? The exciting part is that I now own the rights to this, and I can shelf it. And I can not feel bad about the game that I released in 2014 called Me Booty. This game was a direct product of a Kickstarter that I ran in 2013 for a game called Pull. And Pull was a card game about trap shooting that I'm very, very proud of. It's a very good game, but because it has a theme about trap shooting, and I did it on Kickstarter, it has no audience. But my intention when I created that Kickstarter was to have the experience to blog about, because I was getting a lot of questions from other game designers about Kickstarter at that time, and I had no experience with it. So I created a campaign with a game that was a super hard sell, and it succeeded. It succeeded, and I had about $1,000 left over when it was all said and done. And I had not intended to make any money on that campaign, so instead what I did was published this game myself. And I did all the artwork myself and printed it with the Game Crafter, and decided I could not sell this because Me Booty is directly the card game version of Scallywags. It's a better game. I think that it plays better, it's more accessible, it makes a little bit more sense. There's some quirks in Scallywags that I and Gamewright never fully worked out and just kind of let it go as it was, and I think that ultimately hurt the product. But this is a better game, and I've been wanting to figure out a way to publish this game for a while now. It just feels strange because because I didn't own the rights to this, I felt like I couldn't make another pirate game that was basically the same game. But now I know I can. I might try to figure out a way to do this. This game, I gave away about 200 copies of this. When I say I self-published it, that's what I meant. I printed about 200 through the Game Crafter over the years, and I've given them away on Talk Like a Pirate Days. I've given them away at conventions, and just whoever wants one has one. And I got some attention from a publisher years ago, and we talked about him publishing this game. We were going to change the theme. We worked on it for, a month or two. Added some new mechanics, added some new coolness. Ultimately, it was the same game, and he was going to publish it, and then that just kind of fell through, and I don't know whatever happened, and I never really pushed him to give me an answer because that felt weird. Instead, I've just kind of held on to it and thought maybe someday I will figure out a way to produce this. So I think that I'm going to add this to my list of plans for the near future, is to figure out a way to publish Me Booty. Maybe not as a pirate theme, maybe a different theme. Maybe just leave it as it is and hire an actual artist and an actual graphic designer to make it attractive and Kickstarter worthy. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to do it on Kickstarter. Or maybe I'll try to find a publisher. I think it's a quality game. I really do. I think that it deserves to be played. Of all the games I've designed, I'm probably the most proud of all the games I've... yeah. No, that's not true. It's a good game. So, I don't know. I'll see what I can do with it. It's definitely on my list now of things I might attempt in the future. I would like to see this come to fruition. Yeah. And if you are a game publisher and you are interested in publishing Scallywags, or helping develop it a little bit more and publish it, let me know. It's available. I can sell it to you. I can license it to you. Or if you want to publish Me Booty, let me know. But, yeah, very interesting, weird way to find out that I own the rights to my game again and that I could publish this if I wanted without feeling guilty. I know that I shouldn't feel guilty. Ultimately, it's all my art, not the actual art, but my art as in my creation, and I shouldn't feel weird about copying my own creation. It just felt strange at the time. So maybe Scallywags will get printed in Iran, and maybe Me Booty will get printed somewhere else in the world. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But for now, I keep working on this little web-based game idea. I'm having fun with it. I'm drawing icons. I pushed an update today that includes armor, so you can create armor with the tool. I have not read an article about that yet. I will in the future. You can now create armor or weapons, and then shields and trinkets will be next. And then I'll have to start working on game mechanics because I'm out of random stuff at that point. We'll see. Weird night tonight. Em is not here. She had to go home for the weekend. Well, not the weekend, for the night. She has a doctor's appointment. Her family doctor's like an hour and a half from here, so she's just went to her parents to spend the night, and then we'll go to the doctor and then come back. So this is the first night I've been alone in this year. I don't know. It's been since Christmas. It's been because we've been locked up, so it's going to be weird, but we'll get through it. I've got lots of stuff to keep me occupied. So thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow. Today's word you should know, and the last word in the A's, is axiom. It is a noun meaning a truth or fact that is seen as self-evident, leaving no room for question or debate. Much to the chagrin of his creditors, Max adopted the axiom of those who have amassed great wealth. Pay yourself first. Axiom. A-X-I-O-M.